So in the last class, we started clauses and a few clauses we discuss. And in this where class we finished here and how we can use it. And next we discuss on order by class. Next we discuss on order by class. Okay, right. So in order by class, how it was using on your particular column names I used here. Okay, and that is one category of and one way of order by class. And the next one is what now, guys? Here, okay, the note point is order by class. Okay, so not only on class name on a column name here. Okay, so order by class. Okay, so order by class can use a okay we can so order by class can use okay on position, okay, on position of column, on position of column in selector query. Okay, so in your select query you are required, that means your select query, your sorting column, that means on which column are you, or else do you want to apply your order by class, so the column is having in which position in the select query, in which position in the select query. So based on the positions also we can give it along with the order by class. Okay, now for example let you see. So this is your table, guys, here. Okay, now so previously what we did here, suppose select a star from okay emp and we are using order by here. So which column you wanted, on that column we are using desk keyword or without desk keyword. So that particular column is going to be sorting in a particular order. Okay, now so here I was given the order by clause, I was applied on your required column name was applied here. But even though in place of column name, I can use my position of column also. But how this column positions I have to take, how to take this position column means, yeah, based on select query list. In select query, okay, in select query, your column is having in the which position, based on the position, your order by class column number should be given here. For example, let you see. I was given star. So the mean, what I mean by star means the star is nothing but all columns. Yes or no? Star is nothing but all columns. And let you see, guys, in your table, how many columns are there here? Total 8 columns are there. Total how many columns here? 8 columns are there. So in this 8 columns, okay, which column I need to short means salary column I have to short here. So salary column I have to short here. Now you just think in your star, I'm giving a star means all columns. In this all columns of table, your salary column is having which position? Come on, guys. Your salary column is having which position? So having sixth position. Okay, now having sixth position. So now let you write now. Select a star from EMP. So order by 6. And now I'm just executed now. So when I'm using order by 6, the position number 6, then you can see that position of column only sorting here. In which order? Ascending order it was sorting now. Sorting here, ascending order. In the same to same, suppose if you want to arrange in the descending order, then you have to use desk keyword and to execute now. So now salary column is arranging the values into descending order. Okay, now so that means you have selected star means all columns. So in this all columns your salary column position number 6. Okay, so that's why I was taken. For example, if I want to say suppose emp number, e name and salary from emp order by, okay, now salary column. Now you can tell me, guys, in this select query, in this select query, your salary column is having which position in the select query? Come on. So third position it was having. But unfortunately, for example, are you given a 6, are you given 6, then what it was happening, you can see it was showing error. And what it was showing error here, the error also clearly given. What is that error? Ordered by item must be the number of a select list expression. So order by item must be the number of select list expression. So in your select list, okay, your column is having which position number, so that position should be give it. Okay, so that means what we want to do, guys, here. So now I have to use this one. Okay, so third I have to use it here. So now when I'm seeing third, then it was yes. Your salary column is third and having ascending order. In the same to same, when I'm giving, like for example, now ename comma sal, okay, from emp, and I'm using now, what is the position number, what is the position number of salary column now? Second position, so I have to give a second. Okay now, so it was working. If I'm giving, let's select the sal from emp, and I'm using here order by, so what is the position number of salary column now? So one have to give. Okay, so this is what, guys, here you can apply your order by class, not only column name and even though positions also. Okay now, right? So this is one thing we should use. And the next category of this next subject, for example, this is your table. In this table, one of my column is called as a commission column is there. So in this commission column, let you identify, guys, here. Okay, some columns, that means some people commissions are null. Okay now, some people commissions are null, and some people commissions are having some value. Okay now, let you see, if I was executed here, select a star from emp, so order by, so I was given commission and ascending order I'm passing now. In ascending order, when I pass here, what it was happening, your commission column, it was 0, 300, 500, 1400, and later it was showing nulls. Later it was showing us what now, nulls. Yes or no? So that is what by default. So whenever you want to arranging your commission column in ascending order, so it was arranged here 0, 3, 5, 14, and nulls are coming to last position. That means nulls are comes to last. Okay, it was displayed lastly. Okay, for example, now I want to display this nulls first, and later I have to go for values. Then what we want to use, guys, here one clause we need to use. Okay, order by and commission, and what I want to use here, so nulls are lastly it was there, so now I want to use nulls are first. So that's why I'm saying nulls first. When I'm adding here nulls first, then what it was happen, guys, here, so whatever the lastly displayed nulls, these nulls are displaying in the first manner and values are displayed in the second manner. Now we can see, now understand. So here by default nulls are secondary it was displayed, but when I'm using nulls first, the nulls are first displayed and later values are displayed. Okay, now this is what, so that is one. Suppose are you using here, select star from emp. Okay, so order by, so commission, suppose I'm using desk. If I'm giving desk, what happened, first nulls are displayed and later values are displayed when I'm using desk. Okay now, for example, now in desk order, okay, in descending order, first I have to display values and secondly I have to display nulls. Then what we want to use, guys, here to up to here, we are option here nulls, what you would say last. When I'm saying nulls last, so first it was displaying values and later nulls. Okay, so this is null first, null last. These are the two predefined clauses, and these clauses we should use whenever you want to displaying your nulls as per your order. So nulls you have to display first or last, that depending on your wish you can use that one. Okay, but this is not mandatory for every time, as your wish you have to go then use it. Okay now, so these are what we call, guys, here order by class working nature. Okay now, right? And the next class, the third class, is called as a group by. So group by, okay, I already said to you, using for what purpose means grouping purpose. Okay, so grouping similar data, grouping similar data. So whatever the similar data is there in a column, that every similar data is a separate grouping, that every similar data is separated okay, separated and making one group. Okay, so that will be happen by using of group by class. But this group by class, when we use group by, okay, we should use a, okay, we should use a grouping function. We should use a grouping functions. We should use a grouping function. So I think all of you know what are the grouping functions are there here, like a sum function, like average function, like a min function, like a max function, like a count function. Okay, so these are, so what are the grouping functions we have it here. So these grouping functions compulsory we should use. But why, sir, why this grouping functions we need to use means for for producer, for producing what a result. So after grouping, if you want to, after grouping, if you want to produce the final result, then compulsory we should use a grouping function. Suppose you are not using grouping function, we are not using grouping function, then we cannot produce the final result. Because of reason, your group by clause is just for grouping purpose only I'm using, just for grouping purpose only I'm using, but it doesn't produce or doesn't provide any kind of result. It doesn't provide any kind of result. Okay now, so that's why when you want it result, compulsory we should use a grouping function. Okay, right. So how it is using, let you see. But this grouping, what it will be do, okay, what it will be do means, for example, before example I was giving select column name 1 comma column name 2 comma and so on. Next, grouping function. Okay, next grouping function. Okay, 1 comma and so on, from table name, and later we should use a group by, and after that we should use column name 1 comma column name 2 comma and so on. Okay now, so this is actually syntax. And group by class is also we can use under select statement only we can use, but other than select statement we can't use any other commands. Okay now, right, that's why I'm directly giving select statement here. Okay, okay, fine. Now the question is write a query to find out, to find out number of employee, to find out number of employee working 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 in each job. Okay, so the question is, observe the question, all of you get here question. So what is my question, guys? Here I need to find out number of employee working in each job. Okay, and let you see to come back your, okay, the database, and let you come back and call, let you come back and call our working table is what now, EMP. So guys, your total number of employees, we have here total 14 employees we have it here. We have how many employees, guys? Here 14 employees, sir, we have it here. So in this 14 employees, okay, they have some jobs. Careful observe. When you go for your jobs column, the different jobs are there. So jobs, if you see, clerk, salesman, manager, salesman, manager, analyst, president, salesman, clerk, analyst. So like a different jobs are there. So now my question is what now, in each job wise, I want to find out what now, number of employees. For example, clerk job is there. In clerk job, how many employees are working, that I have to know. So let you see, in the clerk job how many employees are working, 1, and year 2, 3, and year 4. So that means in clerk job number of employees are 4. Yes or no? So like I have to find out, here. So for each job wise I need to find out my okay, number of people, okay. But before you need to do that operation, before you need to do that operation, first what I want to do, this column data whatever it was there, this column data I need to group first of all. So how I can group, that means clerk is a separate group, salesmans I want to make it separate group, managers I want to make it separate groups, president and analyst. So that means every different job I need to separate here, okay, I need to separate here. So for that purpose we need to apply group by clause on job column. So let you see, once you apply group by, what it was happening internally, let you check out guys here. So you are applying here group by, okay. So for example, are you applying group by on which column? For example, job column. For which column here? Job column. So once you have to apply here job column, okay, what happened you can see. So now these how many jobs are that, every job will be separated. Okay, every job is separate. So class is group by, and this group by class I'm going to applying on my particular column. So the column is which column I want to apply, this means I want to apply job column, okay. When the jobs are separated here, so in this if you have a clerk, how many clerks are there? There are 4 clerks are there. So every clerk is separating here, okay, every clerk is separated. So how many clerks here? And first separating here, so clerks, and next it will be separate manager, managers are separated, and next it was separating like president, president is a separate group. Next it was separated here, okay, salesman, and next it was separated here, analyst, okay now. So after that, how many clerks are there here means there are 5 clerks, 4 clerks now, yes. So we have 4 clerks. So every similar data is a grouping. So this is one clerk, and next one more clerk. So it's a group, okay, similar data is group, one more clerk, okay, this is what. So in the same pattern, next to managers, so how many managers? 1 2 3. So 3 managers are there, okay. Let you see, to come back here. So managers are 3 managers. So second manager, and these are the 3 managers separate group here. Only one president. Next a salesman. So how many salesmen guys here? 2 salesmen, and third one and fourth one. So there are 4 salesmen here. So that means salesmen are how many here? 4. So salesman. And how many analyst guys here? So one analyst and second analyst, 2 analysts was there here. So there are 2 analysts was there here. There are 2 analysts was there here. Okay now, this is what, okay, this is what. So now these are just grouping. So that means what is my group by? Okay, what it will do group by means the group by is just doing what now? What is your group by responsibility means it was applied on a particular column now. So in that column, whatever the similar informations are there, every similar information will be separated. But here this is not my requirement. What is my requirement here? I need to find out. I need to find out what I want to find out here. Number of employee working. So number of employees my requirement, but group by clause is not showing any number of employees. Group by clause is not showing any number of employees. Group by clause is showing just for grouping the data, just for grouping the data, but it doesn't showing any number and any count of people is not showing. Because of reason, your group by is not counting. Group by is never counting. Group by just grouping your similar data, that's it. Okay now, but how to count? How to count means, yes, here we need to use a, okay, what we want to use here, grouping function. Okay, so there are 5 grouping functions we already discussed. Okay, as per my requirement, can you tell me which function is suitable to do our work? Which function is suitable out of this 5? Yes, count function is suitable. So that means what I want to use here, I want to use a count function. I want to use a count function. So I want to use a count function. So this count function I have to use on each and every, okay, group of data it will be counting. So for example, let you see. So count function is executing on clerk group. Okay, executing on clerk group. It was executing on clerk group. So counting. Okay, counting what now? One by one counting. And here total how many? It will be showing us total how many guys here? 4. So counting and giving number 4. Okay, now in the same to same, this count function is executing on the next group of data that is called a manager. Okay, so now after counting this manager, then it was counting each and every value and showing that how many managers here, 3 managers. So now in the same pattern, your count function is going to be executing on president group. Okay, president group is executing. So in this president group also, so we need to know how many presidents here, only one president. Okay, in the same to same, your count function is executing on the next group is salesman group. On salesman group it was working now. Okay now, so now salesman group, and what is your count of salesman here? What is your count of salesman here means 4. So the count of salesmen are 4. And the next one is what now? Count function is executing on, okay, analyst group. So in analyst group, how many, okay, so how many analyst was there means here 2 analysts. So finally it was showing 2 analysts. So this is what guys here. So that's why what we said here, whenever you want to use a group by, along with group by compulsory we should use a aggregative function compulsory. So this combination compulsory we should use. Okay, this combination compulsory we should use it. Okay, now that's why when you wanted final output, when you wanted final result or final output, compulsory we should use a count function. Okay, the same thing whatever we did here, let me come back. So practically you have to do this. So what is a practically now? Here observe, this is my syntax. Whatever the syntax was there, the syntax I just following here. Okay, let you observe. Select, suppose the guys here observe, suppose I'm writing like this, select a star from EMP, and I'm using group by, and the column is what now? Which column? Job column. If I say here, very important point is what now? The very important point is what now? Here are using select a star, and we all of you know star means what now? All columns here. So total 8 columns are there. That is represented by what? Star. But you are grouping by, that means group by class are you applied on job column. So here what happened, Your selected columns are 8. Carefully, if you identify, your selected columns are 8. Your grouping column is 1. So this is not matching. This is not matching. When it was not matching, it's showing error. So not group by expression. Okay, because of your star is problem. Okay, so it is not allowed. That's why what you want to use, for example, I was given, okay, e name from emp. Later I used group by. Again, I have to give a job. Okay, now the thing is what now? Carefully observe. Here I selected only one column. So number of selected column 1 and number of grouping column is also 1. So your number of columns are matching. Okay, matching. But the problem is what now? Even though, but the problem is what now? Not expected. So you have selected only one column and grouping also one column, but even it is not allowed. So it means what you understand guys here, on which column are you performing group by? On which column are you performing group by? Same column should be selected here. Okay now, so that means selected column and grouping column must be same. Selected column and grouping column must be same. This is very important point. Okay now, so then only your group by is working, otherwise not working. So that means what I want to do, select job from emp, group by and job. Now what happened guys here, the which column is my grouping column, same column was selected, then only work. But what it was happening, you can see in this statement I'm not using any count function. That means I'm not using any grouping functions. Without a grouping function, I'm just using group by class. And what it was doing means just your job column, whatever it was there, that was grouping. So how many groups are forming here? Come on guys, total how many groups are formed here? Yes, the total 5 groups are formed. But here groups only forming here. Okay, but where is my number of employees? So where is my number of employee? I wanted number of employee here. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that just it was grouping, but this number of employees are not given here. This this number of employees are not given here. So these number of employees, if you want it, then what, which function I have to use here? Count function. And let you see now. So that's why what we want to do, if you want to get a final result, if you want to get a final result, compulsory we should use a count. So count of star from emp. Later you want to apply group by, and after this job and execute. Then what happened, you can clearly observe. Okay, so your count of star function I used here, and the job is a one group, one column, and in this column total 5 groups are there. So job column is divided into 5 groups. Job column is divided into 5 groups. So one group is clerk. In this, how many employees are working? 4. Next salesman, 4. Next president, 1. Next managers, 3. And next analyst, 2. So now you got it now. Now you got it, your output now. Okay, so now what happened, total 5 groups here. Clerk is a one group, salesman is a one group, president is a one group, manager is a one group, and analyst one is a one group. And in each group of okay, in each group of job, number of employees. So in clerk job there are 4 employees are working. In salesman job there are 4 employees are working. President job 1 employee is working. Manager job 3 employees are working. Analyst job 2 employees are working. So whatever I was explained here, the diagrammatically whatever I was explained here, so that was happening. Okay now, so this is the advantage of what now, group by clause. Okay now, so like this you can use guys. Okay, so I will show you one example with all. Observe, select. Now we can use, for example, next I have to take department number. Let you find out your count of star. Okay, So I will show you as a number of employee, number of employee. This is my alias name. Okay. Okay. Next, I will use a sum of salary of department wise, and I will show as a sum of salary. Okay. Next, I'm using here. Okay. Average of salary function. Okay, and this is I will show you avg underscore average salary, comma. Next, I have to take here max of salary function. So I will use underscore max salary. Okay, these are alias names. Next, min of salary. Okay, I'm displaying as a min salary. Okay, from emp table. Okay, from emp table. Later I have to use here group by, and what is the column name here, department number. Okay, so all I'm using here. Okay, all I'm using, and now you can see. So what happened here, so department number wise, department number 30 20 10. So in each department number, how many employees are there? So in 10th department we have a 3 employees are working. In 20th department, we are 5 employees are working. In 30th department, 6 employees are working. So these are called a number of employees. Okay. And each department sum of salary. So 10th department sum of salary 8750, 20th 10,875, 30th 9,400. And each department wise average salary, each department wise average salary, each department number wise maximum salary, each department number wise minimum salary. So now complete department number wise, how many number of employees are working in each department number, what is total salaries of each department number, what is average salaries of each department number, what is maximum salary from each department number, and what is minimum salary from each department number. Okay now, so all are be displayed. Okay, right, like this you can calculate here. And but here somebody asking, sir, your department numbers are displayed here 30 20 10. So can I short this values like a 10 20 30? Okay, somebody is asking, can I display this 10 20 30 manner? Means yes, of course. But if you want to display like this, okay, if you want to display like this, then compulsory we should use a order by class. So I'm adding here order by. So what is my, okay, column here, department number column, and I just leave it. After leaving this, can you see your department numbers are arranging into 10 20 30 manner? So you got it now? Come on guys, you got it now? Okay, right. So this is grouping or group by class working nature. Okay, and the next class is what now guys? Here, having class. So having class, what it was saying, I already said to you, it was filtering rows, but when it was filtering grouping after grouping data in table. Okay now, right? But here very important thing is what now, having class can be used, having class can be used along with, okay, along with the group by clause only, along with the group by clause only. Okay now, so compulsory. Okay, so how can you, okay, so how this will be using means along with the group by class only. Without group by class, careful observe, without group by class we can't use a having class, because having is filtering rows when I said after grouping the data, after grouping. So grouping the data means which class I'm using, group by class I'm using. So that's why after grouping the data only possible. Okay now, so and the syntax also carefully, if you want to identify the syntax, if you want to identify the syntax, observe. Okay, so now I have to give finally having of okay, having of, here I have to use filtering condition. See, so having condition when I was used here, careful observe. Having condition when I was used here, after grouping only having class is used. Okay, now, right. So now let you see example. Write a query to display department numbers in which department number of employee is more than in which department number of employee more than 3. Okay, let you see here department number wise number of employees are there 3 5 6, but now I want it in which department number of employees are more than 3, those departments I need to get it. Okay, now how to write here guys? Just select dpt number and we are using count of star from emp group by. Okay, I should use a group by department number. After that we are using having class. Suppose for example some people are asking, sir, can I use a where class? Some people are asking, can I use a where class? Suppose we are using where class, what happened? You can see count of star is greater than 3. It was showing error. So it is this error. SQL command is not properly ended. The error is where class. Because where class when I was used after grouping is used where class. Okay. But we all of you know guys, where class is going to be filtering rows after grouping or before grouping. Come on guys. After grouping or before grouping? Yes, before grouping. But here where class condition I was used before group by or after group by? After. So that is a reason it was showing error. So don't use it. Then what I want to use? Is, yes, I want to use having. So count of star is greater than 3 and see you got it. So in which department number? So the more than 3 employees are there. In which department number? Okay, more than 3 employees are there. So those employees information we got it. Okay, now, but yet 30 20 was there. Suppose you have to display in a order. So what we want to use guys here, along with this I have to use a order by department number and let you see. So now you got it. Okay, you got it. So this is having class guys, how we can go to use it. This is having class, how we can go to use. So after grouping only we can do having, otherwise we can't use it. Okay, now, right. So these are what it is having guys here. These are what it is having here. And let you see now. So this is where group and having whatever. The next class is what now guys here? Roll up and cube. Roll up and cube. So I have already said to you. So these are used to find subtotal, okay, and also grand total. I said grand total. Okay, now, but difference is what now means. I said here roll up is finding based on which column. I said single column wise. It was single column wise finding here, and the cube is finding. Okay, cube is finding here not single column. It is a multiple columns wise on multiple columns. Okay, multiple columns wise. Okay, now, so these are the difference. But remember one point is what now, these two classes are used, okay, are used along with group by clause only. Okay, now, so it's very important. So these two things also we can use along with the group by. So without group by you can't use a roll up and a cube. Okay now, right? And let you see, so the syntax I will give it here. First I will use syntax for rollup. Syntax for rollup. Okay, same syntax guys, there is nothing change, same syntax, I just follow it here. Okay, now but here I want to use rollup of now the columns I'm passing. Okay, so now carefully observe the syntax. Observe, select column name 1 comma column name 2 and so on, grouping function 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma and so on from table name, and here observe group by after along with group by roll up and column 1 column 2 column 3 column 4 and so on. Okay, so now you can pass it your number of columns, but here you people getting a doubt, what is your doubt here? Sir, your roll up we are using for only single column wise we said, but why are you using multiple columns here? Okay now, so this doubt automatically you people are getting now, yes or no? Roll up is working on single column, roll up is working on single column, then why are you passing here multiple columns? This kind of doubt is coming us definitely, so that's why carefully observe. So it means what now? It means what now? Here you can pass any number of columns along with the roll up, you can pass any number of columns along with the roll up, but your roll up is always finding subtotal and grand total. Your roll up is always finding your subtotal and grand total based on single column only. So it means that which column, it means that which column means the which is your first column, okay, in the order, which is your first column in the order, so this column wise, okay, so based on first column, based on, okay, first column order, okay, in the order we can, or else it can, okay, it can find, it can find, it can find subtotal and grand total. Okay now, total. But sir, what about remaining columns, sir? What about remaining columns, sir? Means this all remaining columns are is called as the supporting columns. Okay now, so carefully observe. So you can pass any number of columns guys along with the roll up, along with the roll up you can pass any number of columns, you can pass any number of columns. Okay now, but out of these columns which column is having in the first position, which column is having in the first position, so based on first position column only finding subtotal and grand total. Okay now, and whatever the remaining columns are there, the remaining columns are just for supporting column, the remaining columns are there just for supporting column. Okay now, so the point should be observed. Okay, let you check out, let you check out one example. Okay, example on single column, both I'm showing but you will be getting clarity. Okay, let you come out, let you come out now. Now I'm passing select DPT number count of star EMP. So I'm using group by and I'm using roll up of a DPT number. Single column I'm passing. So whenever I'm passing single column, there is no confusion. Only one column we passed here, and based on that column, it will be work. Now see. So now carefully observe. So department number 10, number of employees are 3, 25, 36. So 3, 5, 6. And what is this 14? Okay, that means, yes, simple. So your 3, 5, 6, these are called as a, these are called as a subtotal. These are called as what now? Subtotal. Okay now. So, and whatever it was there guys here 14, finally it was showing 14 now. So This is called as a, this is called as a what now? Grand total. This is called as a grand total. Okay now. But here the thing is what now? We are just we observed or we are finding based on okay single column wise finding subtotal and grand total. Clear now? Right. So here no confusion. Here no confusion. But the next one you can see. Suppose I am giving multiple columns. Carefully observe. Select DEPT number, job, count of star from EMP, group by, roll up, and passing DEPT number and job. Okay. So guys here carefully observe and tell me, carefully observe and tell me in roll up, okay, along with roll up, I'm passing multiple columns. Yes or no? Okay. So in this multiple columns, in these multiple columns, which column is having in the first position? Department number. Okay na? So department number wise only finding subtotal and grand total. Let you check. And job column is just for what I said, supportive column. So output observe, output observe. So careful observe. So department number is grouped. Okay na? So this is observe carefully. This is 10th department. In 10th department, carefully identify here. Don't hurry, buddy. Careful observe. So 10th department. In 10th department, total how many employees are there? Means there are 3 employees are there in 10th department. Okay now? In the same to same, there are 5 employees are there in 20th department. There are 5 employees are there in 20th department. Next, there are 6 employees there in 30th department. 6 employees are there in 30th department. Okay now? So these are what we called as guys here. Okay, finally, this is what is this 14 means? This 14 is called as a, this is called as a grand total. This is called as what now? Grand total. Let you see. This is called as a grand total. Okay, right. And guys here observe year 3, year 5, year 6. These are called as what now? Subtotal. But the subtotal finding based on which column? Now here in 10th department, how many number of employees are working? In 10th department, how many number of employees are working? So how many number of employees are working in 10th department? 3 employees. Out of 3 employees, 1 employee as a clerk, 1 employee as a manager, 1 employee as a president. So here the point is what now? In 10th department, we have a total 3 employees. So 3 employees are working in 10th department. Okay now? So out of 3 employees, one is a clerk, one is a manager, one is a president. Okay now? So in 10th department, how many employees? 3 employees. Out of 3 employees, 1 employee is working as a clerk, 1 employee working as a manager, 1 employee working as a president. So that means in 10th department, if anybody asks you, in 10th department, how many clerks are there? Come on, guys. In 10th department, how many clerks are there? Yes, only 1 clerk. How many managers are there? Only 1 manager. How many presidents are there? Only 1 president. Okay now, in the same to same, in the same to same, 20th department we have a 5 employees. Out of 5, 2 employees are working as a clerk, working as a clerk, 2 employees are working as an analyst, and 1 employee is working as a manager. So in 20th department, how many employees? 5 employees. Out of 5 employees, how many clerks? 2 clerks. How many analysts? 2 analysts. How many managers? 1 manager. Okay, now in the same to same 30th department. In 30th department, okay, total number of employees are 6. Out of 6, one is a clerk, one is a manager, and 4 are salesmen. 4 are salesmen. Okay, now so this is what now grand total and subtotal. But this is which column? Department number wise column. Careful observe. This is which column? Department number wise column. Both grand total subtotal both are finding based on department number column. Okay now, so that means first position column only here observe. So first position column, whatever it was there, this first position column only we done grouping and performing your operation. And second position column is just for optional and just for supportive column, just for supportive column. Okay now, this is what it was happening. For example, let you see my table order I will change. My table order, my columns order I'm changing now. Carefully observe. Now I'm passing. Select job, comma, DEPT number, comma, count of star from EMP, group by roll up, job, comma, DEPT number. Okay, guys, now my order is changed. Now tell me, guys, which column is the first position? Which column is the first position? Job. Second, department. So job wise output will come out. Observe. So job wise output was coming out. So observe carefully. Now you can see. Now we can see. So first one, clerk department. In clerk department, total number of clerks are 4. These are number of clerks, 4. Next, analyst department. Analyst department, in analyst, okay, in analyst job, how many employees are working? 2 employees. So these are analysts. Next, how many managers? Careful observe. How many managers? 3 managers. These are 3 managers. And next one is how many salesmen? How many salesmen? 4 salesmen. 4 salesmen. Okay. Next, how many presidents? How many presidents? Only 1 president. Okay. Let you see. Okay. Now, and now observe. Year 4, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 1. So these are what, sir? These are what, sir? So these are what now? Yes, subtotals. These are what now? Subtotal. Based on which column? Job. Okay. And sir, what is this, sir? 14. What is this, sir? 14. So 14 is what now? 14 is what now? Grand total. Grand total. But which column? Job column only. Okay. Now, so now here, okay, in clerk department, in clerk job, how many people? 4. Out of 4, 1 clerk is working department number 10, 2 clerks are working department number 20, 1 clerk is working on department number 30. Okay, now next, analyst. Yeah, 2 analysts. Unfortunately, the 2 analysts are working on department number 20 only. So that means there is no analyst 10th department, there is no analyst 30th department. So analysts are having only 20th. Next, how many managers? 3 managers. 1 manager working in department number 10, 1 manager is working in department number 20, 1 manager is working in department number 30. Okay, now like salesmen's 4, but unfortunately all salesmen are working in department number 30. So that means no salesman in 10, no salesman in 20. Okay, next what now? President. And president is there only 10. There is no president in 20, there is no president in 30. Okay, now so this is the meaning of your jobs. Okay, so now finally what you say, guys, here, roll up roll up is finding subtotal and grand total based on first column only, not the second column. So first column, which column is there, based on that column only it was finding subtotal and grand total. Okay now, so this is roll up working nature. This is roll up working nature. Okay now, and what is the next one? Cube. So what is the next one? Cube. So the cube we will discuss tomorrow. The cube we will discuss tomorrow, and maximum tomorrow clauses concept will be completed. Okay, if it is possible I will started one more new concept in SQL. Okay, right guys, and thank you so much. Good night and take care guys.